In this session, we try to understand about the designing of the machine language instructions. Okay, so how to design machine language instructions and what are the associated things that are needed to be learned in this case. Just try to focus. Now, so far what we have designed on the system, we are designing in fact a CPU, right? In the CPU, what we have designed, we design the register set. Okay, the register set can be designed by using single accumulator and general register or stack. But what we have chosen, as we are designing a basic computer system, basic CPU, we chose single accumulator organization. Okay, and in CPU, after we design the register set, what are the other things that are needed to be designed? After register set, we need to design control unit. Okay, the control unit must be designed and followed by ALU. Okay, now a CPU is a blend of register set, control unit, and the ALU. These are the hardware components of the CPU, which altogether is going to make a CPU up. But these entities cannot make the complete CPU. Okay, how can complete CPU be made? That is, in addition to these components what we are designing, we should also design the machine language instructions. Machine language instructions that are supported by the CPU. First, we design all these entities. Okay, after designing all these entities, we should define our machine language instructions, and then we will embed to the CPU. Then the CPU will become a complete CPU. Okay, why machine language instructions are needed? Just try to understand. Yeah. When you write a program, this program will be in the high level language, right? Either by using C or C++ or Java, you're going to write this program. But when you try to load this program in the main memory and execute it, this program should be converted into machine language. The high level language program should be converted into machine language program. Machine language program. This high level language program is a set of high level language instructions, right? But low level language program, that is machine language program, is a set of machine language instructions. Machine language instructions. Okay. Now, if at all your program has to be converted into machine language program, which is a set of machine language instructions, first of all, we should be able to design and define these machine language instructions that are supported by our CPU. So every CPU, try to understand, every CPU will have its own set of machine language instructions. Let us say I do have 8086. 8086 has its own machine language instructions, followed by Pentium quad core. Pentium quad. It also has its own machine language instructions. And i3, a set of machine language instructions. i7, a set of machine language instructions. i9, a set of machine language instructions. Every time when a designer designs a processor, which is a blend of register set, control unit, and ALU, this designer should also embed some machine language instructions that are needed to be supported by the system. So every time when a program, high-level language program is getting executed in 8086, that program will be converted into corresponding low-level language instructions in 8086. Okay, same program when it is getting executed by the Pentium quad-core system, then Pentium quad-core will also have its own set of machine language instructions. This program will be converted into the machine language instructions which are supported by Pentium quad-core system. Similarly, i3, i7, i9, each and every processor in the world will have its own set of machine language instructions. So, being a designer, it is the responsibility of we people to design machine language instructions that are needed to be supported by our system, because every high-level language program should be converted into a machine language program. So we are designing machine language instructions right now in this video. Let us try understanding how to design this machine language instructions. Okay. Now, if you want to design this machine language instructions, first of all, understand about instruction formats with respect to location of operand. What are the instruction formats with respect to location of the operand? If we can design this, our machine language instructions are designed simple as this. For that, we need to understand what are the instruction formats with respect to location of the operand. Okay. If you could remember, we are following one instruction, a kind of an instruction. If you could remember, we do have an instruction. We design an instructions in instruction in the system. That instruction has 3 fields. Remember, the first bit is a mode digit. Next, we do have opcode field. Next, we do have address of the operand. Address of the operand. Okay. So total instruction size in our system is equal to 16 digits. Okay. So in which 1 digit for mode, 3 digits for opcode, and 12 digits for address. This 12 digit for address because our main memory size is equal to 4096. Total main memory size. We designed this main memory in one of the initial classes. In the system that we are designing, we are using a main memory which is of size 4096 words, which is equal to 2 power 12. So the address part is equal to 12. We require 12 address bits in order to represent any memory location. So the address part is equal to 12. So as we already discussed about the mode, now let us talk about this opcode. Okay. In the previous instruction formats with respect to the location of the operand, we have seen how many operands can be available. Either it could be 3 or 2 or 1 or 0. We discussed in the previous video. Now we need to talk about this opcodes. Okay. Let us see what is it. How many digits are there for opcode? There are 3 digits for opcode, which gives us a combination from 0000 to 111. Altogether, there are 8 combinations, right? Okay. Now, being a designer, what we can do? We can use each combination for designing a machine language instruction. 000, by using 000, I can design one machine language instruction. So altogether, a total of 8 machine language instructions. 8 machine language instructions can be designed. Okay. Can also be called as opcodes. These machine language instructions or opcodes are one and the same. So we are designing the machine language instructions. So before we designing this, we need to understand the instruction formats. If we can simply design these instructions that are fit into these instruction formats, then we'll be able to understand our computer system is going to support how many number of opcodes or machine language instructions.